What is going on? I am Zedmot in your shop, also on the YouTubes, I suppose. Although, I guess on YouTube, I'm Anon Moose, which is incredibly confusing for a bunch of you. Branding is not my strong suit, but what is my strong suit is the booming of the beaches. Now, right now, we have the extra ability that is the Tiny Shock. Make sure you get your operation attacks in as soon as you possibly can. And the reason for that is because the Crystal Shield is next. After Crystal Shield, though, we get Speed Serum, and then it's Deployable Turret, which is okay against Manticore, but otherwise fairly useless. Super Warriors, also debatable. Explosive, it's all downhill from here, basically. Speed Serum, in a couple days. After that, it's just a big, fat nope, also known as, I can't even find the button. The obligatory sad trombone. Now, for those of you who have followed along at home, this is a brand new base. Now, this one comes from, again, Orion, but it's not Orion's base. He basically said, how do I even beat this without troop health? So you'll see I've made a couple quick changes. I've got some tokens here. I'm saving those, though, because don't need troop damage right yet, don't need shock launcher quite yet, don't need the sniper tower. What we do need is down this road. That troop health is so desperately needed. If we have a look at my log here, this is my old base, people leaving up one engine room, leaving up a bunch of engine rooms, like, just not super duper. You need troop health, and or one other option as I click the complete and utter wrong button is to go back and get my friends over here, the Johnsons, if I can even find the Johnsons. It just shows that I don't have them. Right here, Riflemen. Riflemen are a huge weapon again against those Doom Cannons that are underneath Sky Shields and stuff like that. But for me, I feel like troop health will just help all of my troops, and then I can go back and get rifles, because I feel like if you get all of these troop health nodes, like if you get 150% troop health, your riflemen are going to be absolutely OP, and mechs are going to be a thing of the past. Also, heavies are there, but that's a whole different thing, and that's not on my radar. So, quick replay. This is when I first got this base. We're going to show the enemy replays to start with, then I'll show you how I've been attacking. So, they're coming in with the rocket choppas. Now, I've only been attacked by Seekers once. Going to 6 engine rooms seems like a very bad idea. I've not heard from anyone who is enjoying 6 engine rooms at this point. And Oz, whatever the heck that name comes out to be, getting 2 engine rooms, not bad compared to some of them. Look at this, 5 and 5, showing you how strong and ridiculous this base is. So let's show you right here, bringing their mechs in and just getting pummeled. Their mechs never got off the beach. They're using Universal Remote, which I have not yet seen Universal Remote this season, except for when used with Seekers. Using it with Seekers, hacking the shock launcher is the right play there, it seems like, but Seeker's not high on my radar right now because 6 engine room players are just saying it's awful. So don't go there. Let's see what this player has to do. They're bringing in some of those. Now, quick note, that flare on that mortar, I all along thought, I was like, that Zach Galifianakis math GIF that comes in. By the way, I say GIF. Do you say GIF or GIF? That flare is not to get your bombardiers to spread out in a manner. It's to keep them out of the range of the mortar. I know like 95% of you are saying, duh. But I found that just admitting when I'm stupid has helped me find the answer. So if you've known that flare is to keep your bombardiers out of range of the mortars and sniper towers, fantastic. But if you didn't know, now you know. Anyways, they are trying to come in with the riflemen, bringing the riflemen on those left-hand side, even bringing some mechs in. Lots of riflemen, and Universal Remote yet again. So that's 2 in a row with Universal Remote. We managed to pick off Everspark, and if you can pick off Everspark, the battle changes so drastically. And now look at this. They've got rocket launchers all surrounded them. Like, it's like a half circle around all of your troops with a shock launcher there and a Doom Cannon underneath that Sky Shield. It is just utterly and completely devious. So I am going to go Actually, you know what? I'm going to go like this. So if you want to screenshot this base, by all means, now is the time to do it. I recommend it. My old base with the 4 rocket launchers in a row. This base right about here. This base just wasn't working anymore. I felt like players were being able to take it down. Panda had a bit of difficulty with it because they used basically all of their gunboat energy on that sky shield, and then they were just so GBE poor. By the way, if you don't know what GBE stands for, anything like that, do let me know. I've been in a bunch of task forces lately that don't know north, south, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, GBE, RL, SL, those kind of things. There is a great illustration for that. Let me know. More importantly, we're going to jump into my diamond battle. That's what all of this blabbering and lead up has been for. You guys are here for my boss battle. I am on a win streak, so I'm guaranteed to get at least 10 stars. I think someone fill me. I think I'm going to get like 14, 15 if I win. Actually, first I'll show you my battles. First I'll show you my battles. So you'll see I got all of their engine rooms every single time. Now, I'm going to put them on 4 times mode because I am not doing anything fast. I am literally just going as slow as I possibly can. I throw more critters than anyone I've ever seen. Like, I am literally just throwing critters with all of my gunboat energy and then just hanging on for dear life, making sure I get 1 engine room, and then coming in around that loop and trying to get some more engine rooms. My goal is to get at least 3. I think I can win if I get at least 3, but I find that people come into this right-hand side and they get absolutely plastered, so I'm just going left, and it gives me 1 guaranteed engine room. And then I come back, and these 2 players did not have the Doom Cannon, which was incredibly nice. But just in general, I'm just finding that going super crazy slow is definitely helping me win. So then, just again, coming in, getting some of this stuff, and then getting the heck out of Dodge. Go over to this left-hand side, get this left engine room, and then my mech kind of goes off on its own, but I'm not super duper concerned about that because I can use it as a bit of a shield. Our critters come back. Now, this flare right there is fairly critical. Otherwise, our troops are going to go and attack that machine gun, and we're going to be very sad. Not a ton of interesting stuff here. Honestly, just getting a little bit lucky on these last couple matches. People without maxed rocket launchers or without a Doom Cannon. So that is, I can say it's skill, but a lot of it is just a little bit of luck there in getting a good match. Now this one, we've got only 3 rocket launchers. I don't have the max rocket launchers. I do have the Doom Cannon, and I got this one with like seconds left, like 2 seconds left on the clock. Bringing our troop in, and then again, just heading over here. The fact they've got 2 engine rooms back there, that is so appealing. We can always come back for this front one, and that is exactly what we did. So hopefully this lets you know, like, your base can stand on its own. I do have 2 shock mines that are just super useless, but see that flare, just avoiding boom mines, trying to stay ahead of things, and then we bring all of these troops in. Those critters get there at the absolutely perfect time, and then I told you I throw a ton of critters to keep boom cannons occupied, critters to clear mines. I wish I had artillery or barrage. I am wasting a ton of gunboat energy throwing critters, but it's working out and barely squeezing by. So I'm hoping this video is going to end in about less than 4 minutes, because that'll mean that we made it to diamond. But if not, then instant match. You don't see an instant match very often. They've got max rockets and they've got the Doom Cannon. So that right-hand side to me, we're going to ignore that completely. I don't want to go anywhere near that right-hand side, but that rocket launcher, no, we're good. I am going to completely and utterly ignore that right-hand side. I'm going to throw a couple boats of mechs somewhat wide, and we're just going to hang out in here. It's going to seem painful and slow, but you know what? It's going to work out, and we're basically guaranteed to get 4 engine rooms. If we don't get 4 engine rooms, I'm going to be incredibly surprised. So right now, just spread super wide. Need to get some more critters because that mech is in a little bit of danger. But at this point, I mean, that left-hand side looks wide open to us, and this is so painful to me. The idea of just going as slow as we possibly... You know what? I'm going to bring one more boat of bombardiers. I don't think there's any advantage to holding back a boat. Maybe I can go get that one rocket launcher just to ease things through a little bit. You know what? Let's do that. Getting that one rocket launcher might actually help us out a little bit as Everspark goes the wrong way. Sparky, you have forsaken us, so I'm going to bring all of my troops back over to here. We've gotten rid of the rocket launcher, and of course Everspark managed to find some way to die. Now, I only have level 1 medkits. I know but not a bunch of you. Some of you were saying that medkits are super duper the answer, and I don't really agree with that. My medkit's level 1 doing great things for me. This person's already got 2 engine rooms. Speaking of medkits, little bit late on the medkit, but we should be able to keep our bombardiers alive. I'm actually going to throw a shock. Uh-oh. That was a complete waste of gunboat energy. Complete and utter waste. But look at this. We've already got the engine rooms down. We've got 4 engine rooms at this moment, so should be doing all right. Man, no Everspark right now is so detrimental, though. If we had Everspark, we would be so much stronger. So, I kind of assume our opponent has failed at this point, but that is not a good assumption. That is not a safe bet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back into here. We're up. See that? See where I said that's not a good assumption? There we go. So now I'm going to come over into here, trying our darndest to keep all of our bombardiers alive, because we are about to lose, I think, folks. This is not looking good on our part. So now we just need to get as much damage as we... No, we're done. Let's retreat. Womp, 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 womp. Absolute and utter failure. So, boss battle fail. Hopefully I know the person. I kind of like it when I lose to someone I know so I can move them up into diamond, because I was their boss battle. Happy Kilmore. Good name. That's actually a great name. Happy Kilmore, congrats on diamond. Hopefully that's your first foray into diamond. I know a lot of people have fallen out of diamond. Now we need to do 2 more battles. If I fail this battle, we're going to call it a day, and I'm just going to not play for a little bit, waiting for that next chest. If we win, we'll go for 2 in a row. If we only get 9 stars, which has happened on occasion, we're not going to do it again. I'm not going to subject you guys to 3 battles, because that would just be painful. We're going to drop our mech out here. Now, I know that I should be flaring the mortar and all sorts of things like that, but I am just finding that sending our troops out wide gets us a little bit more value, just because it gets us the opportunity to throw some critters, waste some critters, and then we're just going to let all of our bombardiers sneak on up. We've got some critters out front. That flamethrower doing dirty things to our critters. But now Eversparks should be able to keep that mech alive for a decent, reasonable amount of time. I am going to go something like this. Now, I found that shock mines actually help your critters stay alive. It has been incredibly useful, so be careful where you place your shock mines, because I found that it's actually been detrimental to many people, because it's keeping our troops alive. And now, as soon as we get rid of this rocket launcher, I am just going to pull out, and we'll come way over here. I probably should have tried to get that shock launcher down, but I just feel like sometimes that's not the best call, because when that ends up happening is I'm gonna go like this, because I'm a little bit afraid of our troops going where I don't want them to go. Wasting gunboat energy a little tiny bit, and now I'm gonna go something like this. Now, the reason for this play right here is to get my mechs moving up the beach, and they went the wrong way because my flare expired, of course. So now we're running out of gunboat energy. I feel like I probably should have spent some gunboat energy on that node at some point, but it just hasn't been a factor quite yet. So now we need to get rid of that shock launcher. Those critters are probably going to go somewhere stupid. My flare should expire before we get anywhere too close, though. I hope. There we go. So flare expired. Getting the flare so some of the troops get that shock launcher, and then some of the troops get over and in Come on, don't die, Sparky. Don't die on us, Sparky. There we go. Getting the double wrap of the critters. Now we just need to make sure we get at least one more engine room, and that should be very, very, very possible simply by medkitting. And now I initially just now said medkits are not super duper critical, but as you can see here, our medkits are going to be the difference between a win and a loss. Now, the next question, of course, is going to be, are we going to get enough stars to get back into that diamond boss battle? Because that would be incredibly, incredibly boring. If not, Everspark, there we go. We're going to get the win. It's not going to be sexy, and I'm going to retreat as soon as this engine room goes down because we don't need anything else. I am not trying to farm chests. I'm not trying to save troops. We just need to get on to the next attack. Come on, Boom Beach. Give us 10 stars. Someone out there is probably going to say, Zed, it's obvious you're going to get 9 because of X, Y, and Z. Please do leave that comment. Love. I feel like I don't know. There we go. We got 10. Sweet. I feel like I'm missing some crucial details. I don't have a lot of bandwidth in my brain at the moment, so we're gonna do one more attack. Second boss battle. Could be a massive video full of sad trombonisms, or it could be a ta-da emoji in chat or in comments. So are we gonna get the crystal critters, or are we gonna get speed serum? It's kind of that's my metaphor for the day. Uh-oh, finding opponent, taking a while. Let's just see now. I've been jumping in and out of the top 500, which is incredibly, incredibly surprising to me. It feels like the top 500 should have pulled away from me at this point because I'm not playing a heck of a ton of a lot. Don't think I'm in the top 500 because I haven't gotten that top opponent waiting for blah, blah, blah. Nope. Look at that, 71%. Well done, Squiggles. Love seeing players with win rates like that. Like, it just blows my mind. Tech tree, so vital this season. Shishka Bobber has been commenting a bunch on my videos. Shishka Bobber, thank you for the comments. Thank you for the tech tree. Really put your neck out there building a tech tree. It's something that is high on my list, but the fact they don't have a tech tree tool means it's a lot of manual effort. So again, Shishka Bobber, thank you for all of your efforts in that regard. We're going left. Straight up, no questions asked. We are going as far left as we possibly can, and then we're gonna get Everspark about here, trying to keep her out of the range of that stuff, and then throw in that critter right there. Critter's definitely late, so late, but we should be able to come all the way until like that sniper tower. I am just gonna hang out here, wait for that sniper tower to go down, and then we'll just cruise on backwards. Not in any hurry whatsoever to do basically anything on this attack. Hanging out. That rocket launcher is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. And now, as we get... Like, where's that Doom Cannon range? Okay, Doom Cannon range, not a factor quite yet, and that rocket launcher has been locked onto our mech for the most part. So as soon as we get rid of that puppy, let's get the heck out of Dodge. Trying to keep as many of our troops alive as possible, and we're going to get some form of decent critter pathing, I hope. That is my #1 goal here, is to get some critters going where we need them to go. And now I'm going to have to use a whole... no! Oh, I thought I threw a critter in somewhere. Terrible. Didn't happen, thankfully. And now that mech is going to hit all of the boom mines, of course. There we go. We are in a comfy spot. They have not got any engine rooms yet, so we are still in a good spot. And now I'm just going to get all the rest of my troops. Oh, see, I keep speaking too soon. Just rushing things a little tiny bit. But our critters should be out front of all of our stuff. They're going to come around, get those corner mines. This is the part that I love. Like, that boom mine is so perfectly placed, but the critters just take it out. No big whoop. So now, shocking there. And the bunch of our troops should take that corner, should come around, and we should be in decent straits, I think. So let's get a flare onto there, trying to get some of our bombardiers the heck away so that mech dude can support us a little bit more than otherwise. And now need to get some engine rooms. We are in a bit of a precarious spot, but we've got med kits coming right now, a little bit on the late side. That mech is still cruising up and forward, so we need to get a shock onto there. I think Everspark just ate it from that boom cannon. Yep, saw that coming, didn't get the flare, the shock out in time, and our next boss battle is in a bit of jeopardy, in a lot of jeopardy. But we're getting a couple engine rooms here, so as long as we can get that engine room, and then I'm going to pull out over into here. Man, I pull out a lot in these videos. Just flaring the heck away from all of the defenses, and we're going to get a shock. Oh, they've retreated. We have done it. Crew, team, whatever the heck you want to call yourselves. I don't have a fancy team name for like code Zedmot ears. Anyways, we're going to make it into Diamond, all thanks to the ridiculousness that is... Actually, you know what? I guess we could retreat right now. Let's just do that. Save our opponent a little bit of time. Just had to double check that, yes, indeed, I was retreating with the win. So, going slow, not sexy, not super duper enjoyable. The only enjoyment I get out of that is like the rush of, oh crap, we need to keep these troops alive. And that also is going to play huge dividends for me because, first of all, we're going to get that diamond chest. Boo, ya, kasha. Am I the first in New Zealand to get there? Or yes, the first. Whoa, everyone fell off in a big way. Everyone was like mid-20s before. So, by the way, HLY apparently has a YouTube channel. Went and checked it out. There's no audio, no talking, no music. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. And that's the lowest win rate I've seen HLY have. So Mackett will pass me. It's basically guaranteed Mackett will win New Zealand. He's an absolute beast. But I was talking about this. You notice 5 hours left till that next chest. That means that I will be able to get troop health today before midnight. Otherwise, it would have been like 1 a.m., which would have meant tomorrow. So next video, I will have troop health. It's going to be amazing. I am in Diamond. Big shout out to all of the Warships 9 people giving me advice and chats and answering all of my stupid questions. I shall talk to you soon. Video not as short as I was hoping, but we got there in the end. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmot. Peace.